especially for founders. It can be really nice collateral to send to people
Yeah.
to save you time. And also sometimes it's just sentimental, like, oh, look at us 5 years ago.
Love it. Yeah, for me it's research, but I've got my notes open here too, so I can.
Exactly, right. And then you can take notes. So my interest is you found me from my tweet, right, about the community dashboard startups. And I think you also know that I run a community. I run like a few communities, but my main community is on Circle and Discord, and I do have trouble bridging both. And so I'm curious, what you're about, what you think the solution is, because I don't know what the solution is.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, so we started about a year ago, largely inspired by my co-founder Danielle. She had been, funny enough, a
Danielle
goldsmith.
XO, is that
Yep.
okay? I've chatted with her and I thought I recognized Burb, but
Awesome.
I don't know anything about you. So
Awesome.
yeah.
Cool. Yeah. So her story, she'd been like a goldsmith in Detroit, and an early Etsy seller. And so when Etsy was really, really new, she completely took off enough that other Etsy sellers like found her and like, how the heck are you doing this? And so she started popping up these little Facebook groups, teaching people how to become successful Etsy sellers. And before she knew it, she was recruited to Etsy as employee number 12, built out the community team, and then kind of launched what was their community education program, which was creators within the Etsy community building their own educational communities and teaching other Etsy sellers the way that she had done it. That's kind of
Yeah.
the concept behind Burb, is that they're leaders that aren't necessarily even part of the core community. They're out there leading and teaching people about your community, the suburbs around kind of the larger community, the leadership there.
Gotcha. And how did you meet?
We actually met through On Deck, if you're familiar with that program.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah. ODF.
Yep. So we were lucky enough. We were both ODF4. We were lucky enough to get put in the same accountability group, and just started jamming on ideas. At the time, my background a long time ago was at Yammer, so I always think about like social products, productivity, and she helped me kind of like reconceptualize a lot of the stuff that I thought about as like social communication stuff towards like community.
Yeah. Can you, before we go too far on Burb, I rarely meet someone from Yammer. What's your postmortem on like good things that Yammer did that like still hasn't been matched, and maybe things that Yammer could have done better?
Two biggest innovations of Yammer were, one, splitting people, like grouping people based on email domain. Nobody had done that at the time. So we just put these people into like
so secure, obvious, right?
secure groups based on their email domain. And yeah, it meant that we built trust like immediately within those groups. And then second, Yammer used and I don't even know that anybody's really replicated this completely, but Yammer used a very, very consumer-like development process. We tested everything. We were entirely focused on engagement and usage of the product on the back end, which is why the product in a lot of ways ended up looking a lot like Facebook, is because we were building roughly the same thing and testing roughly the same things as them, which kind of drove us in that direction. But like, we would, name an enterprise company if somebody came and said, "I'll give you $500,000 if you build this," and we would reply, "We'll test it." Like nobody has done that since. I don't think anybody ever did that before. So that level of like fortitude was, I think, really amazing.
Just really hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
Negative things that we could have done better. I think part of course, was the architecture at the time. Like when we first started out, everything was on like bare metal. AWS wasn't really like a thing yet. And a lot of the enterprises that we served couldn't support it. So we ended up doing a lot of weird things, I think, just based on the architecture of how we were able to scale, and just like throwing actually physical boxes of things rather than just like spinning up and spinning down AWS services. And then probably the one that always drove Sachs crazy was how rigid that barrier became between internal company communication and external company communication. For us, we had
wanted like network effects.
Yeah. We saw that when people actually, there's the ability to stand up like a community to communicate with other companies. And I think Slack is a little bit doing that now, but like, flip that around with the Discord model where anybody could talk to anybody and use one login to log into like every single Discord. Like
It's so obvious, right? Like, why would you do it anywhere else?
It's much more
I have
powerful.
like
Yeah.
200 different Slack logins, and it's just pointless.
Yeah, they copied us on that one and failed the similar way.
Okay, all right. So getting back to Burb. Okay, so what's the big idea?
Yeah, so the idea was like it's all well and good to have all, you know, to your point in your tweet, it's all well and good to see, you know, engagement of your community, what people are doing across all these different apps. But when we talk to people who are running small businesses, solo entrepreneurs, they need something more. Like it's not just the data. It's like, what do I do with this data? How do I, like, I've got expertise in one thing. I'm trying to create a business. That business requires me to be a community manager, a digital marketer, you know, figure out pricing, sales, operate renewals and do refunds and all that kind of stuff. Like data is not good enough. I need you to do more with that intelligence. And I need you to kind of tie together all these different pieces and kind of, you know, lower the bar technically and organizationally for me to get that stuff done.
Okay, and what's the solution?
Yeah, and I'm happy to jump in if you want to.
Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, I think you sent me an invite as well.
Yeah.
I haven't had a chance to look at it. Okay,
get you set up.
Right.
So yeah, the idea is, you know, I'll start with a boring page first. You know, you'll integrate with a handful of different apps that you use. You know, community spaces, Slack, Circle, Discord are the main ones that we support.
Yeah. Maybe missing MailChimp.
Yep. And then yeah, email marketing, Convertkit. We actually do support ActiveCampaign, but it's not turned on yet for most people. And yeah, we'll add MailChimp, and then learning management platform, Teachable, Thinkific, really because they just have the best APIs of the learning management platforms. And so the idea here is that we can pull information out of all these different sites, give you kind of a consolidated view of what your members look like, what they're doing, and then give you capabilities on top of that. We'll pop back to the dashboard here, the homepage. So the homepage is meant to give you kind of like at a glance metrics, utilization, what people are doing. So you can see here my members in Circle. This is actually a Circle community that we run, Danielle runs with the brand. Active users and messages, new members in Slack. This is actually our company Slack, so it's always fun to see. Oh, yep, I'm going to deploy to prod. Hopefully that doesn't bring me down. We're demoing. And then yeah, this playbook. This is, you know, kind of what we were getting at. The idea is like right now it's pretty pre-canned with a set of capabilities, but over time it will learn and start to gather insights and ways that you might increase or utilization of your community. Move people through courses better, just continue to offer you like more templatized options for how to work with your community.
Cool.
And it's member section, so we'll tag anybody who's been a new member within the past week. Folks who are most active within the past week, they've been posting the most messages, reactions, that kind of stuff. Dropping off is folks whose activity level has gone down over the past 2 weeks. So they were once more active than they were. And then even course data down here. So this is actually pulling out of a Thinkific in this case.
Cool.
And then yeah, we'll go to the members page. And so when you connect it, we'll automatically start associating these members. So you can see the Drew user here is in Circle, Thinkific, and Slack. That's really just taking the email address, it matched the email address, and created a merged user record. We'll pop into Philip here. This is our CTO, Philip. And so yeah, you can kind of think of it as like a mini CRM on this front. You can see Philip, what he's doing, all of his activities across the different apps. You can take notes on Philip.
Yeah.
There's even more kind of fields you can fill in here, social info that we'll pull if we have it available within the apps.
Yep.
And then you can take notes, you can tag. I'll show you. This is a good tagging use case that I like to use. And then you can even send Philip a direct message right from here. Email integration with your Gmail, something that'll be coming soon in the next couple weeks.
Oh, interesting.
It is like, you know, for as good as Circle is, there are always some people who are going to hang out in email and be more responsive there. So we want to be able to route emails to the right place.
Oh, so you can respond from Circle or Discord here?
Yep.
Okay. This is, yeah, I would use this. Yeah.
Awesome. And yeah, you can even reply right here.
Is there a, yeah, that's good. Is there like a cross posting? Like I see a messaging tab on the left. Is that what I think it is?
Yep. I'll show you one more thing, and
So
then we'll jump over that.
okay. All right.
Yeah, so we can select Druid folk.
Oh,
we can
direct
add
message.
tags here. We can send direct message to
Tags.
multiple people there. We can even
Oh,
schedule
wow.
it.
Oh my God. You've only been around a year, you said?
Yep.
This is great.
And then
You're so
messaging.
far ahead of some other platforms I've seen.
Awesome. Thank you. Yeah, just added variables in the past couple of weeks. So you can personalize it.
Can you see what variables you have there? These are just like in the CRM fields.
Yeah.
Default. Okay. All right. Just liquid tags.
Yep.
All right.
Yeah, we'll go to messaging. Messaging is same kind of functionality, but now just more options, more capabilities there.
Create weekly theme posts in Slack, schedule posts in Circle. Okay, but I want to send one message and then it posts something in Discord and it posts something in Circle.
We don't have that quite yet. We would just right now you just copy and paste the message between two.
Copy and paste.
Yep.
Yeah. I would encourage that because like for me as a maintainer of the community, I need to keep those things alive. And then ideally actually it buffers up somewhere. Like I can do this manually, it's fine, but what would really make my life easy is like, so I think about it this way, right? Discord is very highly engaged. It's the smallest group of very highly engaged people. And then the middle tier are like the Circle people who get like the weekly summary emails and like the just like async community. And then the really furthest out are my monthly email subscriber newsletters, where like I just want to keep them informed. Like they're not active, but I just want to keep them warm. That's kind of how I think about it.
Awesome. Great. Yeah,
I'm just giving you my use case as a user.
Yeah, love it. We have an update coming to this messaging page. It'll make that really easy. We're gonna make this less app specific. I can even show you.
Yeah. It's great. I love Figma so much.
Yeah, I just we have new brand colors coming, so I just redid everything in Figma like in 3 days. Yeah, this will be the new messaging tab, and this will make it a lot easier. You'll select the app, and so you can select multiple apps here, and you'll be able to do that.
Wait, do you maintain this Figma?
Oh yeah.
Are you an engineer or designer? Oh my God.
More design, products, sales, whatever else anybody needs.
Okay, I assumed you were an engineer, but like, I mean, this is some serious Figma skill here.
Thank you.
Okay.
So yeah, you can.
I've had to do this, and updating colors. Yeah.
So we, you can also send a welcome message. So this will show up when somebody comes in for the first time. You could schedule a post as well as a DM.
Yeah, I don't know when I would use that one. This is a okay, look, like you're building a bunch of functionality. I think people always stop here when they're building platforms. They always stop here. They're like, okay, now let's see what you do with it. But as a community manager, I don't know what to do with it, right? Like, you kind of have to like teach me like successful examples. So another request or another suggestion that I would have for you is like, show me successful example of ideas, of what people have done.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, in this case, what a lot of people end up using the scheduled post for, they'll, if it's like a cohort-based course, so there's weekly kind of content to come back to. They'll actually set them up once a week. You can come in here and kind of build out that sequence.
Yeah. Cool. All right.
And then you can schedule a direct message from here as well. The nice part about that is you get more addressing options. You can send it to everybody. You can send it to specific tags. So like we saw before, I set up that PST tag. So now I can pick the right time zone. That way, if I want everybody to get that direct message at 9 a.m. their time, I can basically send it by
this is
tag.
Great. Yeah, you guys got it. Wait, did I see a sequence there? Is this a single schedule or is this like a sequence or like an automation in Convertkit?
This one is a single message today.
Day 1, day 7, day 30.
The weekly theme will, so far we only have that on posts, but that's actually coming here too. You'll have the ability to build a sequence of DMs as well.
I know it's not easy, but like, yeah, people request this stuff. Then they want to be like, oh, only do this if the customer hasn't responded yet. Or,
Yep, so, I know that's coming.
Oh my God. Okay. Is there anything else significant that we haven't seen? Have we? Is there like segments or automation? We saw segments. Automations. Did we?
Yep. Let's
cover
check
that?
So automations are meant to be more freeform. I'll actually demo this one on. Well, it depends how that prod deploy went. That prod deploy just went out. I could probably demo it on prod. We just released a bunch of really cool stuff into automations. I want to make sure it's in there. Yeah, so automations are meant to be a little bit more freeform based on activity that's happening either in the app or activity that you're taking. So if somebody's, let's say, joining a channel in Slack or Discord, then you trigger the automation. If you tag them with a certain tag, start the automation. Then just like email marketing Convertkit, you can wait. You can DM the member. Again, you'll get your variables here.
You're telling me a 3-person team built this. This is crazy.
We do have engineers in Argentina or contractors.
There it is. Okay.
You can post a message, you can update the member, add a tag to them, and then the really magical stuff, the more the Zapier-like functionality, you can take it activity in that app. So this is a cool thing we just built today, tagging people in Circle. You'll be able to apply a tag. And so a use case here might be like, if somebody completes a course, you mark them as completed, or you tag them in Burb as alumni, and then you build an automation that says when somebody gets tagged as alumni in Burb, add them to the alumni space, send them a DM congratulating them, add the alumni tag in Circle or a role in Discord or what have you. And we build that all into one single automation here.
Okay. Awesome. I've barraged you with questions. I want to make sure that, is there anything that you wanted my feedback on or any questions that you're exploring right now?
Yeah, just generally feedback on the product. We're still beta for probably a few more weeks. Love to, get you set up right now. If that's interesting, I can send you the link. Again.
Yeah, I'm interested in trying it out. I'll say you've built a lot here. I think you definitely want to make sure you nail 1 or 2 use cases before you keep building like broader and broader stuff. I'd say I definitely recommend some of the creators like Tiago Forte. He runs a fairly large course. He might be interested in using something like this. I don't know him that well. I mean, I know him. I've been a TA for his course, but you should just cold email him like you did with me. And I think they'd be interested. Similar for like anyone who runs courses on Circle, like their standard user set that they always talk about.
Yeah, we've got SPIs using the product.
There you go.
We share an ops manager with our ops manager. Steph is also the ops manager for Ship 30.
Okay.
And then some of our original inspiration came from Marie Pauline and Kehi and those kinds of folks too.
Okay. You're that's the same community that I was going to link you to. Okay. Are you aware of the have you gone through Orbit and Common Room?
Yep.
Okay. All right. I think you have good like a good differentiation here. I'm interested to see where you take it, but like this is kind of what I want more of, like the more action, more helping me do the thing rather than just reporting on the thing. So I really like it. I'm really not sure, like what's the most ambitious version of this? Like what's your end state?
I think the best version of this is you come in, you tell us what your business looks like, and we say, cool, these are like 5 or 6 templates that you can use, set up right now for helping you operate and like offload a bunch of crap that you would have had to do in Zapier or build out in ConvertKit. And that it's just and then that gives you enough of an idea then to go like, okay, if I need to do this, that we're kind of the first, I like to think of it as a Zapier that knows what you're trying to get done. And so the first kind of point that you go to say like, hey, this is really tedious. Can I go do this? I want to do it on purpose.
Yeah. Something that might be easy, again, like this is a added feature set, which may or may not be useful. It's kind of like doing the social media scheduling as well. You probably thought about it, but like I've even started experimenting with like, hey, there's a really good discussion going on in Slack right now. Click here to join it, and that I feel like that's a more compelling call to action to join a community then like just join our community. We're awesome, you know, like, but like we could just like post a screenshot or like post a snippet from the conversation that's ongoing and have people join live because they're interested in that talk. So that's something I try to do right now, but like it's not very smooth. I don't know. And again, like I'm gonna have to copy and paste this like all over the place just to get a modicum of engagement somewhere, maybe. You know how it is.
Yeah, that's super cheap. We actually do. It's hidden on the thing. We actually do have a Twitter integration. Shut it down for now, but yeah, definitely will be coming back.
Right. It's something to consider. It's something fairly routine, but like I think if you have an opinion on how to do this well, you can really help people be successful. Like there's a lot of social media scheduling posts that like are meaningless, like because there's no heart, there's no effort put into them. So like people can tell on Twitter and then they just don't click through. So you actually make yourself look worse by doing that. Okay. And then finally, do you know anything about Temporal, like the company I work at?
I looked it up when I was looking you up, but yeah, happy to hear the spiel.
Well, I mean, so we may or may not be helpful to you actually, because you do a amount of automation and scheduling, and that's our bread and butter. For us, it's definitely about high volume. It's definitely about like distributed systems. So like if you're at a scale where you need to farm out work instead of doing it all in one box, that's when you turn to us. So you may or may not be there yet. But the APIs that we have are really useful, especially for the interrupt, like human in the loop process stuff. So yeah, I'll just flag that as like something that you might want to explore. And you know, if you want to try us out, I can help you there as well.
Yeah, super interesting.
I'll give you, okay, all right. I'll do one thing. I'm trying to test this out as like to really drive the message home, right? So, okay, I'll share this. So for example, if you have let's say we're doing a monthly subscription, like a phone plan, right? And here are our product requirements. We're doing a welcome email. We'll start a trial period. When the trial period expires, we start the billing process. If the user cancels, we send a cancellation email. During the billing process, we do a for loop, and we say we charge the charge amount, sleep until the next amount, send a subscription cancellation, and then send a subscription ended. At any point in time, you can look up or change the amount charged or like manually reset any of the stuff. So all of this is a single function with us. So the code for that all those requirements is contained within these lines of code. So that is the sort of programmatic way to describe something extremely long running that is persisted and auditable and so on and so forth. So that's kind of the pitch there.
Awesome.
Okay.
Yeah, I know those manual processes. I've been enough startups. I know those manual processes just keep growing and growing.
Yeah. So I like to, we're a tool in your toolkit. You can turn to us if you have this shape of problem. If not, then don't use it.
Sweet, man. Yeah, I don't know if you wanted to do you want to sign up right now? Happy to.
Yeah, happy to sign up and link up my communities. I'll see, what it's like. I'll only give you like real feedback once I use it, right?
Nice.
So
yeah, let me get you a link here.
Yeah, did you send me something? I feel like you did.
I probably did, but I get nervous whenever I send links that people don't get them. Here it is.
Okay, sign up link. It's a great name too. Although you may burb.co. Okay, you just need to get the .com.
It's some real estate. It was available when I bought it, but it was like $50K. I didn't want to spend that much.
Oh,
and some real estate company bought it.
I run a course. I don't run a course. I run a community. So I guess no. But I do run a paid community. How do you usually communicate with your members? I'm just going to share my screen and you see. All right. I do Discord.
We're still trying discourse on there. I gotta remove discourse.
Yeah, so this crap. So I'm signed into the wrong, so I don't have my web sign in. So like this sign in just works on my mobile, but like I don't have my web Discord password. I'm just gonna connect Circle. Okay. Okay. See, so many circles. This one.
Yeah, that's one of the ways their API needs work is like you could actually import other people's Circle accounts and use it like an admin.
Oh, okay. So like even though I don't own that circle.
Yeah, and that's scary.
I really want to. Okay, I can't do it. I can't do this right now. All right. Okay, my password. Do something like this. All right. Oh, so secure. I don't know what my password there is. Whatever. Save. I don't know. Okay. Nice. I'll schedule a post. Okay, so I only have Circle set up, so I only expect this to be Circle. Hello from Burb. Put this to a private channel. This is really nice. I mean, it just works. It's great.
Thank you.
Let's see. What's a really secret channel that most people won't see? Schedule. I don't want to schedule it. Oh, I can set. Okay. I'll just do it right now.
Yeah, anything in the past we'll send now.
So I should have this open. Let's see it pop up. Okay, so this is automation. I can, you've probably ingested my members already. This is great. It's great.
Yep, it'll take a little while to crunch all the numbers.
Yeah, reporting, messaging. Man, I'm impressed. I mean, I don't know what you expected, but like, even this is, yeah, look at that. Even this is impressive. Like you've built something that, you know, the other communities, the other tools haven't done yet. And like I could actually use this for my work, you know. I have an incentive to come here instead of just doing a monthly report, which is great.
Awesome. So, thanks, man.
Yeah, that's all I got. I do have to go, but hey, I really appreciate this. I'm gonna hook up my Discord and give you more feedback. But I really appreciate the personal time spent with me. It seems like you're early, but like you've got a good thing going. So keep going.
Thanks, man. Thanks so much. Yeah. And any questions, feel free to email me or use that little intercom box down at the bottom right. I'm usually the first person to respond. So
You got it.
Thanks, Sean. Have a great weekend.
Thanks, Drew.
Yep.
You too.
Bye.